everybody out there in YouTube, landfill, the World Wide Web, however you want to say it, it doesn't matter to me right now. But all you people out there on YouTube, thank you for supporting my videos and watching them. For those who leave comments, I appreciate it. For those who subscribe, I definitely appreciate that. For those who look at my videos, thank you. I appreciate it. Even if you don't subscribe, you don't leave a comment, thank you for just looking at my videos. I appreciate it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm real humble right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just getting started. But I definitely have some things to say. This video is about Fruity Loops. And Fruity Loops 11. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you flat out. For all of y'all out there who are bootlegging Fruity Loops, y'all need to stop. Some of y'all are claiming to be broke, beyond broke, just to be claiming to be broke, because not because you are broke, but because you're cheap. I'm not afraid to tell you. I got love for you, but I'm not afraid to tell you. Some of y'all are saying, and if you feel some type of way about it, what I'm saying right now is probably because this is you. But I'm going to put some facts in your head so we can straighten this cheapness out, because you've been cheap for too long, for too many reasons, for too many what fors, and so on and so forth. Let me knock y'all upside the head real quick. I got 2 daughters that doesn't live with me, so that means I pay child support. You know, most men do. There's a lot of men that do. So there's a lot of women that do. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I do have a child that lives with me. You feel what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, if I get a chance to knock my girl up, she gets knocked up, I'm not asking her to do an abortion at all. I'm going to be like, yo, I'm a man. I handle mines. I'm going to keep pimping. You feel what I'm saying? So I got kids. So all you out there who are like, oh, I got kids, I can't do X, Y, and Z, stop it. As you can tell, I got monitors, I got an MV, I got a computer, I got records. You feel what I'm saying? No, I did not get a lot of this stuff. I've had records. I started really. I've had records before I had children, but a lot of my records before I had children, I had gotten robbed, and all them records is gone. You feel what I'm saying? So the records you see up there are records I've had as I had children. So you know, all that riffing about I ain't got money about this, I ain't got money for that, I ain't got money for this. You need to quit. Yes, we are in economic straits. Fruity Loops is one of those things that you're not economically unable to do. Look, if you buy Fruity Loops, the Fruity edition, which is $100 on the download, that means that you don't go to the store, you go online and you download it. It's $100. That $100 you done already spent like 3-4 times. I'm gonna prove it to you. One, if you got a computer, I'm just gonna keep it on the cheap. Let's say you spent $200 for that computer. That's $200. You get an audio interface. You're spending at least $100. Unless you're the type of dude who is willing to risk getting something cheaper than $100 and think you're gonna get good sound quality, you're bugging. But at least if you spend $100 and get something brand new from the store, for $100, you can get it at a Guitar Center, Sam Ash, whatever music store you're at, or you can go online. I'm pretty sure you can find something online for $100, brand new. So $200 plus $100 makes $300. If you bought a keyboard, an Oxygen, I don't care what Oxygen you buy, brand new, and I'm talking about brand new stuff, you're spending at least $100. 4. These Rockets, when they were brand new, well, I think they were like $1.50 when they came out. So you gotta buy 2 monitors. You can't just have a single monitor. So that's $300 right there. So what we talking, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. That's computer, interface, right? computer interface, keyboard, monitor. That's not including mic, right? And let's say you go out and get an SM57 microphone. By the way, if you buy a Shure SM57 microphone, that's the same microphone that Erykah Badu uses for her own personal recordings. So if you like Erykah Badu and you listen to her sound and you like how she sounds, realize she's not recording on a condenser microphone. She's recording on a dynamic SM57, which costs, guess what? $100. Alright, so what we up to? 800? Right? Talking about on the cheap now. If between cables, right? Cables, get you a Furman, right? A Furman, one of those power circuits that has like 6 power joints on it, right? You only need like, what you need? You need a mic cable, 2 speaker wires, and a Furman. Or you can go to GNC Guitar Center and get the same thing like a Furman. They got one for $19. So let's just say you spent another $100, right? Let's just say, you know what I mean? You went out, you did something crazy, you found some crazy wires. $100. You're up to $900. If you buy Fruity Loops, the Fruity Edition, for $100, right? Without the tracks, that means you get no audio tracks, right? You get that? You're just able to make beats. You're going to be making beats in a way that other people are not going to be able to make beats. One. First of all, you only spent $100, so now you're only up to $1,000. And you're able to, from that $1,000 with Fruity Loops by itself, you're able to make classic hip-hop, R&B, house, soca, whatever. Let's not even go there. Because the style of music doesn't dictate what the software could do. The software could do any style. That's on you. Anything else. You know what? I even go as far as, let's forget the let's forget that one. Let's go to the Producer's Edition. The Producer's Edition, right? Looking up on it online, right? Is about $199, right? It says aimed for people who are looking for a higher level of functionality with Fruity Loops. It gives you access to audio recordings, automation clips, Slicer X tools, Edison Wave Editor, and much more. Say you buy that, you're still only $1,100. And let's be honest, as far as studio is concerned, that's nothing. That's no bread. Here's what's crazy. Most of y'all already have a computer. So you're not really spending nothing on a computer. So really, we can knock a lot of this stuff back down. We take off $200 off of that, right? Take off $200, what we up to? We back up to $900. Because you already got a computer. You don't have to go out and buy a new one. So you're up to $900, right? Now you got a full DAW, that's digital audio workstation for you cats that don't know. You pretty much got an MPC because Fruity Loops, the MPC originally was, which means MPC means MIDI Production Center. That's what it originally meant. They did eventually change it to Music Production Center because they realized cats were using the sample functionality in it more than they were using the MIDI aspects. So, but realize this, you kind of got an MPC because it's called FPC in Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying? You have a wave editor, you have a slicer, you have all types of stuff. So your sample game, as far as samples is concerned, if you got CDs around the house, this is doing stuff on the cheap, y'all. If you got CDs around the house, you can, you know, put it in FL Studio, chop up, and boom, bang. Am I a pro audio dude? No. I like hardware. I personally, in my stuff, I have to have hardware. That's me. Have I ever used FL Studio? Hell yeah. I've used FL Studio for a long time. Quit bootlegging this software because you guys don't realize that you are messing up the game. You guys need to quit acting like you are so broke. You are not that broke. You're never that broke not to buy FL. I mean, honestly, for $199, for $200, that is McDonald's money. Y'all can get Fruity Loops within 2 weeks. Let's say you got a check from McDonald's, and that's all. I mean, let's say you got a $200 check from McDonald's. I think McDonald's play what, once a week. So let's say you get a $200 check. You take $50. Go down to Guitar Center, put it on layaway. Might cost you about $260, right? I think that's the price. But you go put that money down, right? Within a month, if you put $1.50 down, if you put down $50 every week, within 4 weeks, you'll have $200. On that 5th week, you put down 50 and you say, fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and put the whole 10, and you get your program. Let me tell you what's dope. You get unlimited downloads. So for your $250 or $99 or $199 or whatever you pay for FL Studio, you get that 10 times over, especially when if you get more than 3 updates, you've paid for that. Now, FL Studio has given you that money back in doubles and folds. Come on, man. Come on. You cats screaming that you broke, but y'all go out and y'all download FL Studio. What have y'all done? What is the results of downloading FL Studio? Let me explain something. One, you ever notice that magazines don't really cover FL Studio? That's because you jack butts out there, bootlegging FL Studio, have messed it up. Let's be honest. Y'all have messed it up to the point where magazines don't think that you guys use it because they look at their sales. They're looking at the company's sales. That's free. That's information any company can get. Anybody can, forget companies, anybody can get that information. You can go online and get that information. What's their sales? What's their gross? How are they doing as a company? You feel what I'm saying? And because FL Studio hasn't been doing the same as other companies, right? People, the magazines are like, well, why should we cover it? Not too many people are using it. They really believe that. I'm not going to name that magazine out. You know who you are. Music. But anyway. And that particular company makes other computer magazines for musicians. And I'm just not going to scream them out because they do need a slap for this. But I just don't want to diss them right now. I'm just not going to diss them right now. They've done a decent job. But they're slacking on their Fruity Loop thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Fruity Loops has been around for a long time. And you telling me you can't put out a magazine solely based on Fruity Loops? Come on, y'all. Y'all need to quit that. It's not even right. So that's one. Two, people who make the keyboards, you know, your USB keyboards, your USB pad modules, your little fire off things like this and so on and so forth. You ever notice that these things never come with a Fruity Loop preset? You ever notice you have to, look, the Axiom, you have to program the M-Audio Axiom to use Fruity Loops. Why? Because the company, right, M-Audio, at the time, I think Abbott just let go of it, but at one time they owned it, and they used to be called MIDI Man, so on and so forth. But anyway, M-Audio, as a company, has the ability to pay a couple of bucks, maybe like $3, just to find out what a company is doing. And if they see that Reason is getting their bread, but FL Studio is not. Why would they make an FL Studio preset if you're not using it? You can do that, which there's tons of videos online on how to do it. That's not the point. They should already have it. Why don't they have it? Because you've been bootlegging it. Number 3, ever notice that there's an interface for almost every software out there? Pro Tools has an interface. Cakewalk, Sonar has its own interface. Who else? I think Digital Performer has its own interface, right? Mark of the Unicorn, right? Logic has its own interface. Things that are like Logic specific. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Cubase has its own interface. Hell, freaking, what's the name of this? Reason has its own interface. Reason has an interface. For what? They have been doing some recording. And the last, the last version, they started adding recording to it. So now they have their own interface. Almost every single solitary one of these has its own interface. Now, if you choose not to buy it, that's a whole other question. But most of these things have their own interface. I think even Ableton has an interface. Now, most of y'all, because of the fact you might have bought an M-Audio interface, and M-Audio pretty much works with everything. Most of the interfaces are universal. I understand. That's what you're probably going to say. But feel what I'm saying. There are some interfaces out there that are specifically made for a certain type of software, which gives advantages for the person using that software. None for Fruity Loops. They don't have a keyboard. They don't have an audio interface. Hell, they don't even get presets. And you can't even get a magazine. What does that say? People really, these manufacturers of software, hardware, magazines, and MIDI interfaces, keyboard interfaces, and so on and so forth, feel that you don't use Fruity Loops. So since you don't use it, why should we put something out there like that? Yo, this is a mistake. A lot of us have been using FL Studio for a long time. You gotta quit it. Do not bootleg FL 11. Let these people ride. I know Air might be one of them. There's a lot of them. And there's no disrespect to them. No disrespect to the hacker community. I think, to be honest with you, the hacker community has done us musicians a lot of favors. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying to you, when it comes to FL, and I'm not pro hack stuff, and I'm definitely not saying go out there and download a bunch of stuff from other programs. No, I'm saying FL Studio, for you who use it, and you haven't bought it yet, go do that. Support this program. The support is major. We need to support this program. This program can do everything. I'm checking out the demo. And let me tell you, on the demo, just the demo, I'm not even talking about the full version, the demo. The demo has this program called Newton, which I think was in the last one, but they upgraded it. The new upgrade, man, look, I dropped the whole song into there, right? And I was able to select a snare, lower the volume of that snare, so it doesn't, but try to keep it still within the flavor of the song, so I can go back and add my own snares. But you won't necessarily, you'll hear like a real light snare. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna ignore it because I'm gonna have this big thumping snare on top of it. You know what I'm saying? That's just a trick that I do. And I just figured that out, and I was like, whoa, that just blew my mind. That's like, and then on top of that, you can export it as MIDI. You can take a whole song, export it as MIDI. Come on, man. Come on. It's retarded. I mean, they're doing so much flavorful stuff. This is just within the program. This is not an additional program. This is not something you have to go out and buy. They have their own pitch correction software. They have their own everything. Bass, drums, they like everything. Everything, y'all. It's to the point where you can record a whole entire album within Fruity Loops, mix, master the whole thing. I think it's time, us as musicians and people that use computers and music, if you use FL Studio, please go buy that. Look, I'm a Commodore 64 nut. All you hackers out there, I got mad respect for y'all. You can never disrespect a hacker. 2600 all the way, blacklisted. I know y'all know the mags. I used to read them as a child, as a kid too. You know what I'm saying? A big up. Big up. All I'm saying is this particular program, come on, y'all. Come on. It's gotten ridiculous. It's gotten ridiculous. They give free updates. You go online, find 2 companies that do free updates for life. I'll take back my words. You ain't gonna find one. You're not gonna find one. You feel what I'm saying? Because any company that said that they gave out free updates got to a point where they stopped giving out free updates and then pushed on. You'll get free updates for a version, like for instance, I think Spectrasonics had this program called Trilogy, bass program, real dope. Yo, they put out, when that program was hot and thumping, right before Trilogy was the thumping program. Let me tell you, it had the nice upright bass. The upright bass was jamming. Look, they gave out, I think maybe 2 or 3 updates. Then they went to Trillion. They're making people buy Trillion. It might be less than Trilogy was, but they're making people buy Trillion. You can't. And to be honest with you, Trillion and Trilogy is the same fucking program. It's the same damn program. The only difference is they add some updates, they change things around. And I respect them. I mean, you gotta respect their gangster, but at the same time, here's a company, Fruity Loops, who's been giving you updates for eons, man. Eons. A lot of y'all out there started with Fruity Loops 3 and still ain't bought a version of Fruity Loops yet. I know cats who had Fruity Loops 4, started with Fruity Loops 4 and still ain't bought a version of Fruity Loops yet. You need to buy it. It's time to buy Fruity Loops. Stop playing the game. It don't make no sense. They give out free updates. It's the cheapest program on the market, but it does so much. You feel what I'm saying? I tell you what I do. And I kind of just discovered this. My boy put me onto this around Fruity Loops 10. And now that I'm gonna be buying Fruity Loops 11. I'm telling you flat out. I'm not doing this anymore. I have a cracked version, but I'm deleting it. It's retarded. I can't do it no more. You feel what I'm saying? Just out of respect. Forget the rest. Just out of respect. You feel what I'm saying? It's not like they've been whack. They're not. And it's not like they've been whack all this time. The program has been dope for a long time. Now they have done some wackish stuff. They've done some crackish stuff, but the program has been consistent and dope for a long time. I have to buy it. That's why I'm buying it. And I want the updates. I want those updates. I want the new stuff. I see where they're going with it. And yo, it's dope. You feel what I'm saying? And not to have it, as a person that's making new and current music, you trying to get out there and you ain't gonna have it? You ain't gonna purchase it? You just gonna let other people get it? Come on, man. If you don't support this software, it's gonna be gone. I'm sorry. If you don't support this software, it's going to be gone. But back to what I was saying. They have this thing called Direct Wave. People have slept Direct Wave. Let me tell you what Direct Wave do. You bring up Direct Wave in Fruity Loops. Go to the options section. Bring up whatever VST you want to clone. You can clone a VST with this program. Here's what's crazy. You can take a contact file, a patch that you like, a sound or instrument that you like. You feel what I'm saying? But you know the native instrument contact joint, that thing is heavy. It takes a lot of gigs to run that. But let's say you want just, I don't know, let's say you want the Alicia Keys keyboard. You can use direct wave, rip it, and get an exact copy, but without the graphic intense crap. Because all you need is the sound. Music is about the sound. It's not about the graphics. Music is about the sound. People don't care what it look like. They want to know what it sound like. When you bump it in the car, you don't go, oh, this beat is dope. But I bet you he wore a tie-dye t-shirt as he was making it. Ah, throw that CD out. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You listen to, if it's bumping, it's bumping. You know what I'm saying? Stop the download of FL Studio, you know. I can't, in all good conscience, you know, roll with that no more. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? If you rolling like that, I'm gonna just tell, because I fix a lot of people's computers and they try to get it from me, that type of program from me all the time. I'm gonna tell them flat out, no. I'm not doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? I got a job. I don't need to do that. I can go buy it. You know what I'm saying? I repair computers. I repair computers for musicians. Just strictly for musicians. I don't even repair computers for other people. Just strictly musicians. Ugh. Just strictly musicians. And I'm straight PC based. You know what I'm saying? And on the for real, all you cats who got PCs and you're using FL and you don't want to buy it, don't call me to repair your stuff. When you download the bootleg and all of a sudden it ain't registering, I don't want to hear it. Don't call me. I'm telling you now, the first, and this is only for cats who's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and New York City, because I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So all my cats out in BK, all my cats, you know, in Harlem and, you know, Manhattan and the Bronx and Queens and Staten Island and all them, you know what I mean? All my peoples out there. If you want me to come repair your machine and you got a bootleg copy of Fruity Loops, I'm not repairing your machine. It's not like you can force me. I'm not doing it no more. I'm on a bootleg Fruity Loops strike. Matter of fact, if you are bootlegging FL Studio, right? Think about what you're doing. Then ask yourself, is it really worth it? Yo, on the for real, they're about to do something. Let me tell you what they're doing. If you are not up on the computers and you're really not paying attention, look, you know, they have something called IP. IP is your internet, you know, internet protocol, your IP address. Version 4 is on its way out. Version 6 is on its way in. Version 6 includes your MAC ID, which is your box, either your router or your modem. And it's going to include that within your IP address. So when you start bootlegging this stuff, they're going to have that address as soon as you bootleg it, as soon as you put it out there. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some genius hackers who's going to figure out a way around it. Yes, no doubt. I have no doubts about that. Matter of fact, I know a way around it already, but that's not the issue. But the point is that, yeah, there's people out there who's going to go around that, and I feel that. But for y'all who are not hackers, who are not out there doing that, who don't have computer idea number one, all you trying to do is make beats, go buy FL Studio. Hey, yo, Air, thanks for, you know, because that's one of my favorite hacker dudes, you know what I mean, the Air people. Yo, thanks for doing all of those demos for all this time. But Joe, please don't do this with FL Studio. I'm begging you. Like, they need their money. All the other companies, I know this, you know, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not. But look, FL need their money. FL has been misrepresented for so long and has been a beast in the game and has been copied so much. I know this is a long rant, y'all. I apologize. But look, FL 11 is smacking. If you don't go buy it, download it legally. Quit doing the illegal with FL, yo. I can't sit by. Don't ask me if you bootlegging FL. Don't ask me no questions about FL. Please don't. Because if I got my way, and you ask me a question about FL, and I know that you bootlegging it, you know what type of answer you gonna get? Zero, nada, nothing. You You feel what I'm saying? No go. I'm sorry. It's too cheap. Dude, the signature bundle's only $2.99. Think about that. Let's put this in hardware terms. Okay? Unlimited multi-track, right? The ability to sequence with unlimited tracks, right? And samples, unlimited sampling time, right? Unlimited sounds, right? And the ability to master, right? All for $2.99? You dudes who never have bought hardware, I know y'all looking at me like I'm bugging, but let me tell you something. This right here, this MV, don't do half of what FL can do. I still keep it because I love this thing. You feel what I'm saying? I like the fact of being able to press buttons. I'm a hardware type of dude. You feel what I'm saying? Do I use software? Yes. FL Studio, I love it. Look, quit downloading this program. Y'all bugging. I know this rant is getting mad long, and I apologize. And for those who already clicked off, I understand. You feel what I'm saying? But look, for y'all who haven't, man, just think about it. It's not worth it no more. You feel what I'm saying? They're about to run. Like, honestly, your IP is all over the internet. Your internet service provider, they know what you've been downloading. So stop it. I'm just saying to y'all, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not trying to beat people over the head. I'm just trying to tell you flat out. Let it go. It's not worth it. You feel what I'm saying? Buy FL Studio. Do it because it's the responsible thing to do. I know a lot of y'all are not going to do it. Y'all going to leave a bunch of comments talking about all type of hating words, and that's cool. I can take it. All I'm saying to you is, on a for real, if you really think about it, on a for real, you really hurting yourself. You're not actually hurting the company. Because you know what companies do? Companies change their models. When companies lose money, they change the idea and focus of what they do. That's what they do. Companies make money. So if a company's not making money, it's either going to do two things. It's either going to switch what it's doing, or it's just going to go out of business. If FL go out of business, who's going to be dope then? Straight up. If FL go out of business, who's dope? Because look, Reason's not dope. All you Reason heads out there, I know y'all love Reasons. I'm not disrespecting it. I'm saying, as far as being able to use VSTs, DXIs, and all types of other software and continuously have dope stuff within it, yeah, your Reasons ain't doing that. Your Reasons is just not doing that. Your Reason is all proprietary. Everything you get for Reason comes from the propeller head company. And yo, it's not whack. It's just not as dope as Fruity Loops. I'm sorry. It's just not. Yo, I can put Fruity Loops in front of 5-year-olds and get them to use it within the amount of maybe 10-20 minutes, explaining how to click buttons and what button to push. And they'll have a beat. You can't beat that, yo. I'm sorry. So all you Reason heads who be knocking Fruity Loops, quit that, because Fruity Loops has been dope for long. Everything that Reason has done has been a copy of something FL has already done, and probably 9 times out of 10 is done for several versions before Reason did it. For instance, recording. Fruity Loops has been doing recording since FL5. We're talking maybe 2003, 2004. You dudes out there who've been using Reason, and I can't record, I can't record. Now y'all can record. Y'all got one version on the recording thing, and y'all think y'all dope. Yo, that's not the case. Look, Fruity Loops has been doing that since version 5. Come on, yo. I gotta stop that. Stop that. Stop. Look, I get it. Reason's got good sounds. Good sounds out the box. That's a plus. I get it. It makes sense. FL originally didn't have good sounds out of the box. they worked on their sounds. And if you know how to use equipment or know what you're doing, you don't need them to